Sad Lindsey Graham is sad because he found out that we weren't. There's this thing that men get. I won't say it on the air because there could be kids listening right now, but there's a thing that happens to men when they get really, really close to the satisfaction they thought they were going to achieve. And then it just all of a sudden doesn't happen. And it's it. Everyone just goes on about their day and acts like nothing was going on. And Lindsey Graham is feeling that right now. Many people have different words for that, and we just won't say them on air, but you can use your own imagination about Lindsey Graham. He's sad about this. He's sad about this. Here's Trump. Now, we talked about the Iran thing on Wednesday, and we CYA'd by saying that none of this stuff could happen. This Trump, likes to make a big deal about things, and it's a threat, and then nothing happens. And so far, what we have on the Iran thing is that nothing has happened yet. Now, I say yet because there's some other circumstances here. They're moving aircraft carriers to the Middle East right now. Qatar is apparently saying that they don't want us to use their base for doing this. And our Navy has been involved in killing people on boats in the Caribbean and trying to protect Taiwan from China.
Fine, we'll launch from our aircraft
and
carriers.
so they're moving.
We just got to move them over there.
They're moving the Navy over to the Middle East right now. It's just taking some time. And so we don't know for sure when all this stuff is going to happen.
The killing in Iran is stopping. It's stopped. It's stopping. And there's no plan for executions or executions. So I've been told that on good authority. We'll find out about it.
And so apparently we're not going to bomb anyone because the killing allegedly has stopped. Now, there are some people in the U.S. that are trying to make sure the protesters keep protesting because they know we currently need this pretext. We can't use the nuclear thing because we obliterated their nuclear program just 7 months ago, whenever that was.
With precision striking.
And so now it
was the greatest military display of power until we took Maduro. Then that
was, which was pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah.
But Ted Cruz does a video. Here's Ted Cruz talking. It's one of these, I hate it when politicians do this. Like,
just right outside the foreign relations.
It's one, if you're listening, it's one where he's like walking through the halls of power, giving you this thing. And it's meant to portray this like, I'm so busy working for the people of Iran and Israel that I just can't be bothered to stop and record this video.
Not working for
right
the people
now.
of Texas.
No. He's just so busy working for these people.
I wonder how many of like those subtle jokes you throw in that no one gets.
Probably a lot.
Like,
I think it's most of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's been a
Unless
lot.
I call them out.
You think we've had 1,712 episodes, and there's multiple per episode. You're talking 2-3 9/11s worth of jokes.
Now I get it. Yeah.
There you go.
I want to talk directly to the people of Iran who are standing up, who are demonstrating incredible bravery, standing against the Ayatollah and the mullahs.
Can you turn the music up?
Thank you for your courage. You need to know America stands with you. America stands with your fight, and President Trump has your backs. You are in our prayers. We are standing with you, and these tyrants will fall due to your incredible bravery. God bless you.
Yeah, so for Ted Cruz's staff, I just want you to know that when you make these things, there's a little button up in the corner where you can decide what the mix of the music and the original content volume is, and you can turn it down where you could hear what the person's saying.
Yes.
Make it sound much clearer.
He should never do one of these again, by the way. His gait is not
it's not good.
It doesn't look good on camera.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's almost going to fall over as he's trying to catch his body in his steps. Like he doesn't fully know how to walk correctly. You see those people?
It's kind of a waddle kind of thing.
Well, but they also they walk on their toes.
Like a zodiac waddle.
Almost like they're kind of like they're angled at like almost a 45 and they're walking on their toes with a little hop.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like if they don't hit just right, they're just going to fall face forward.
Probably trips all the time.
That's what his gait looks like. I like how he started out in front of the Foreign Relations Committee, it looked like.
And I'm always like, can we start recording after he started walking? These people do this all the time where They weren't walking until they started recording the video. They were standing there. Let's do a video where I'm walking through the halls.
Yeah.
And then they start. I'm just saying, I want to help staffers. First off, you can control the mix of the volume in the video. Second, get him walking before you hit record. And then he starts talking. That way it looks like you literally just caught him while he was walking through the halls, and he's recording this message for everyone.
You could still stage it if you want.
Yeah. No, it's still, yeah. Still
But the other
stage
funny thing is he's really not helping out his case when it comes to AIPAC and all of that. Also,
no.
do you like if Iran, first of all, they don't have internet and it's being stolen from them. But second of all, if they were to get this message, do you think that they appreciate you praying to your Jewish God about their
It's the same God, right?
bravery?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Well, I mean, Ted Cruz is a Christian, though.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So, yeah, maybe the Jewish God and Allah are similar, but you believe in Jesus, and that's not Muhammad.
Here's the sad Lindsey Graham moment, and this is enough to call in a welfare check and
He
just
looks
get
like he's at a funeral.
Yeah,
with this screenshot.
we should get a no-knock raid welfare check on this guy's house. Honestly, because he looks so sad in this. This is right after someone broke the news to him.
There are a lot of headlines out there that are, in my view, not accurate. President Trump's resolve is not the question.
Is he drunk?
The question is,
Yes, always.
when we do an operation like this, should it be bigger or smaller? I'm in the camp of bigger. Time will
I
tell.
bet you are.
I'm hopeful and optimistic that the regime days are numbered.
This guy's a senator for the state of South Carolina, by the way, just in case anyone was wondering. This is not just
When it comes to war, I like it bigger.
Yeah.
The bigger, the better. If we could bomb the whole world at the same time, maybe I could finally get there.
But the point is, I like it bigger.
But I've been edging my whole life on these small little wars we've been doing.
I wanted to bring this back in for dumb that we talked about on Wednesday. Mark Levin saying that the number of people killed far higher than 12,000. The massacre is beyond horrific. The regime is close to succeeding in crushing the uprising through unchecked violence. The brutal cold is another decisive factor. People simply cannot stay in the streets longer. If help does not arrive today or at the very latest by tomorrow, the game is over. And quite literally, the point he's making in this post is that the protests are the pretext for us deciding to go ahead and pull the trigger on toppling this regime. And eventually the protesters are going to stop, either because of the violence or just because it's cold outside. And if you want to use this as a pretext for bombing Iran, this is not an unlimited window for you to use this. And so you got to make sure that you strike them while there's still people out there protesting, getting killed. And that is the point that he's making in this post. Lindsey Graham says, this is kind of a two-part thing. I think I have Lindsey Graham and then Mark Levin again. I'll switch to the Qatar thing, or Qatar. I know that's the proper way. Okay. Apparently, Qatar says it won't allow attacks against Iran,
Our
from
largest
our
military base
from
in-
our
in the
largest
Middle East.
military base,
Yeah.
which has been there since the early 90s. I did look up the details of our relationship with them and having that base. Mark Levin says Qatar is using our base there to actually limit our ability to make independent decisions in our national security interests. We can't let a terror state with 300,000 people aligned with Iran control what we do. They're using our base against us. And I just wanted to make the point that their base is not in America. It's in their country. And this is not the first time they've done this, because they can do this. And I did look it up. And they can say, we don't want you to use our base to attack. For instance, when we were attacking them Houthis in Yemen, and they said we couldn't use their base for that either, which is why we were using the Navy to attack those people. Which is also why nothing happened, probably, and why we're rushing aircraft carriers to the Middle East right now, more than likely. So this thing is not over. The protests will probably start again in a week or so, and depending on how long the travel time is for a boat to get over the big boat, to get over there. They can say that we can't strike those. And by the way, since 2003, Qatar has put in $8 billion into this base. You know, they're rich with all that oil money. You know, we put $450 million into the base. So not only is it on their soil in their sovereign nation,
Sand.
in their sovereign sandy nation, they put a ton of money in to maintain it. Now they get stuff like we train them how to use our stuff, and then they buy stuff from us and all that, and that's good for the military industrial complex.
They give
So
our
it's been
presidents airplanes.
Yep.